What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. I'm one of your hosts, Keena Johnson, alongside Nathaniel. I almost said Keena because I'm used to you saying it.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nathaniel. This is Dean, and that's Shannon.
Yo.
Also,
I'm back.
Again.
Yo.
like we said, if you see the Dragon Ball show, you'll be seeing much more of Shannon
I'll be around. Yeah.
alongside.
Yeah.
Around the table.
Once again, I'm sorry. I apologize, but it is what it is.
Again? Well, we didn't actually say it, but he's not replacing Kyron.
No.
Kyron's just on like the longest
Leave of absence.
because of bad technical issues. We hate it.
Are they good technical issues?
There's issues.
Yes, there are.
That's
When people are making video games, they like fuck up and have a good
Yeah,
technical
yeah,
issue.
good jank.
Yeah.
Fallout.
Gee.
Fallout 4 is a great technical issue from top to bottom.
Anyway, the Amalgam show is where we get together and talk about what, Keena?
Nothing.
Fuck!
Basically, what happens is we have a topic that we divert from several times.
Which then relates and turns into next week's topic, which we
Yeah.
then divert from.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
It's an amazing yet annoying
Pokemon all
cycle.
over
yeah,
again.
it's a running gag.
Yeah, it's
Pokemon
great.
7.
Fucking love
So what do you guys think about Pokemon?
This week's topic is cancelled shows that have affected us, or something like that.
Yeah, look, it's about
Dean pitched it.
shows that just like they could go further, but they've been cancelled, or they just they haven't.
Shows that
Yeah.
disappeared.
Basically,
Yeah.
And
Young Justice.
how we feel about that.
First.
Some
Hold on.
housekeeping.
Hold on. I have to give special mention though. This wasn't my original idea. This was Georgie's idea. So shout out to her. She said I had to shout out because it's her idea. So
Okay, fair enough.
hope
She
you're
has a YouTube
fucking
channel, doesn't
happy.
she?
Done. Shout out.
No.
Oh.
But she has a blog, and she does music on her Instagram.
Maybe we'll talk about
Yeah,
that one
we might link
in
it.
the
I don't
description
know.
or
I'll talk
something.
to her about it. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Anyway.
Yeah, follow,
I feel like I need
like,
to sneeze,
share,
but I'm not
subscribe,
gonna.
all
But
that.
first,
Some housekeeping.
House.
be sure to check out our Dragon Ball Super discussion video. We're not doing pizza time. I'm gonna talk to Nathaniel about that one day when we have time.
Yeah, when we have money and time.
If you have any questions for the show, please comment below and email at amalgamshow@gmail.com.
Amalgam's
If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe. I think there was something else I wanted to say.
Join the notification squad. Hit the bell.
And as a special reminder, the Dragon Ball discussion is about the finale for Super. So
It is.
That's a
That
pretty
will be
big one.
released when? Keena.
It's already been released. By
Yeah,
the
it's
time
already
you're
out.
watching
Just
this.
go as soon as you're done here.
It's already been released by the time you're watching
Oh yeah.
this.
Okay. Whoops. But when do they usually? Don't you say usually when?
Yeah, no, usually now
Yeah,
they
but
switch
when it's
to
the
Mondays.
last episode that we do, it doesn't really count. It's like, yeah, we'll release it on the Tuesday, even though this.
It'll be on
is
Monday,
on
hopefully, if all goes
Wednesday.
well, and then next week will be the series discussion for the whole show.
We used to do it.
Where we'll also announce what we're doing in the place
We've
of.
like sort of announced it. We've teased it a lot, but we need an actual name for it.
Which we'll talk about next week. Which we'll talk about next week.
Yeah.
We'll talk about next week.
Yeah. Can we get on with it? Maybe that should be the name of the podcast.
Get on with it.
And then every time that we talk shit about something that's not the topic,
Well, I used to listen to a podcast
God
where
damn it.
they had a bell. Every time they got off topic, they hit the bell.
Well, fucking, we need that shit.
I know.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We need like 20 bells.
All right.
And now, what have we been into it this week, guys?
Let's start with Shannon. I feel like it's your turn to start.
Oh,
because
really?
you
My
have
turn to
never-
start?
You've never
I've
started.
never started. I've only been on one fucking episode. Jesus. Alright, cool. So I've been 2 weeks since I've been on. Last week I was sick, and I'm one of those people that when I'm sick I can't play video games. I feel like shit.
Do you do anything? Like
That's
do you
the
No,
watch
I
only
movies or
time.
anything?
I watch like YouTube. I don't watch a lot of movies
Making
anymore.
me sleepy.
Yeah, like
Whenever I think about being sick, I just want to sleep.
yeah, it's just the
And now
worst.
thinking about sleep.
Yeah.
Just,
Now you want to sleep?
Nope.
Yep. Wake up. Wake up. No, but I watched.
Notifications.
I've been watching with my fiance Grimm.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really good show.
keep it happy.
I really enjoyed
Keep
it.
it light.
Yeah, keeping it up and light. Yeah.
Light,
That show's a really cool concept. I
Don't
like
be
the
so
idea of
grim.
it. Yeah, don't be so grim. Boom. It's a cool concept. It doesn't end the greatest. It kind of just
Is any show end the greatest?
no. That's kind of the problem.
Has it ended?
Yeah, it's
I thought it
done.
was- Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's done. The 6 seasons, they finished it. I love the idea. I really like the designs and characters and all that kind of stuff. I think they do a really good job of building a world and lore.
Really good. Did you say well?
Yeah,
Well?
really good well.
Love them wells.
Just, wells.
Well.
But they, they do everything pretty good up until the
Pretty
last season. Pretty well.
They do pretty good.
Pretty well.
Oh, well, it just sounds weird now.
well.
Making my tongue
They do everything well until the sort of the ending of the season. Like,
Superman does
kind of just
They do.
yeah. No. Superman does good.
That's what I'm saying.
I do well.
That's what I said. What? Huh? Okay.
What? Other than that, I jumped back into Minecraft for some unknown reason.
I've done
Vanilla?
that recently.
Everyone's been playing
PS4
Minecraft.
version.
Yeah, but
I
vanilla.
took that
So not
recently.
modded.
No, not modded, no. I just jumped back into that for some ungodly reason. I loaded up a level, like a world that I had created like 3 years ago. Just looked around and was like, I don't remember building any of this shit. I have a lot of gold and a lot of iron and a couple of diamond, and I have no idea why.
Dean and I have a funny story about Minecraft.
Yeah.
Ah, fucking sugarcane.
So,
God damn it.
okay, so give Minecraft all the shit you want. The only thing though is, like the best thing for Minecraft, in my opinion, and my brother said this the same as well. It's a fantastic game for you if you just want to sit down and relax.
Yes,
I think
yes.
ever since playing Minecraft,
Well, don't fight the Ender Dragon, because that shit's stressful.
Yeah.
I mean, like it fits all, but like
Yeah.
that's why it was so popular, I guess. But
And if you want to kill yourself, just, die with a bunch of shit.
and then
In the middle of
yourself.
nowhere.
Yeah.
But
So good.
yeah, no, my brother explained this to me, and he explained it the same way he would explain No Man's Sky. It's a great game to play if you just want to relax. Something with a nice atmosphere where you can just fucking do something and then just chill. Whereas other games are like, fuck, he's chasing after me, I have to hide again.
yeah, like
I
in the
got game
same
for you.
in the same week, I also picked up the Bayonetta ports on Switch.
Yeah.
And that's like the opposite end of the spectrum, where you are just like holding onto the controller as tight as you can, spamming the button, being like, "Oh my fucking god, kill everything!" Yeah. It's like total other end of the spectrum is Minecraft, where I just lay on the couch, listen. Like I don't need the thing I like about Minecraft specifically is I don't need to focus on it. I can put like a YouTube video in the background or some music or just something else, and then just play Minecraft and be like, "Yeah, cool, I'm gonna mine. I'm just gonna dig a hole deeper and deeper and deeper." So that was me for the last couple of weeks. That's about it. Yeah.
Nice.
Deanie, what have you been up to?
Well, after our Pokemon discussion, I tried to play Emerald.
You did say that you were going to go.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that night, you're like, I'm gonna download the emulator.
Yeah,
Oh.
I actually did do that. I started a Nuzlocke.
Oh no, what happened?
I haven't gotten very far at all. I think I got up to that. Yeah, I got up to the forest,
Yep.
and I haven't played it since. But I haven't lost my starter, so I chose Trico.
Hells yeah.
I got a Taylor at one point.
Oh.
And I was really happy with like my Trico and my Taylor, and I think I got a Wurmple at one point as well, but
Yeah.
it died. So
Back to Pokemon discussion. I really like Taylor as a bird Pokemon.
Yeah,
That was like one of my
yeah, Swallow.
favorites.
Yeah,
Swallow was
absolutely.
kick ass.
and yeah, I had Wurmple, Taylor, and Trico. Wurmple ended up dying. I was like, okay, well, Wurmple's shit anyway. So goodbye, Beautifly or Dustox, whichever one you got. And then my Taylor died, and I haven't picked it up since.
No.
But I got a Slackoth in the forest. Slackoth.
Yeah.
So,
Are you playing the rule where if you die, you can't?
yeah, Nuzlocke.
No,
So you
okay,
have to.
okay,
You have
If the
to.
I thought you were talking
Pokemon
about
face, you have to
Pokemon.
release it.
No.
according to
I
the
So you have
species.
to
Yeah.
nickname it.
Yeah.
You can only get
Cool.
one
Yeah, you
per
told me the other day.
route.
It's
You have to encounter like your first encounter. That's what
Your
you
first encounter is the one you catch. You
Yeah.
have to nickname it, and if
Yeah.
it faints, it goes into the PC.
Yeah.
You can't
If
use
you
it.
can't end up catching it or it runs away or whatever, you
You can't catch anything on that route.
Yeah.
You've got to catch the first one. That's
yeah.
it.
Gotta catch the first.
And yeah, it's proving difficult, so I haven't picked it up for a while.
It's very difficult with like the stock standard game. If you run like a mod with like
Yeah,
a
with like
randomizer on it,
randomizers, yeah.
it gets better because
It's a lot
the first
easier.
one can be like some crazy OP Pokemon out of the gate. That's better.
But that's the problem. If you encounter a legendary and you've only got the first 5 Pokeballs that Professor Oak gives you, then you're fucked.
Yeah, it depends on how you also random because you can also randomize like catch rates and all this other shit.
Oh, does it do that as well?
Yeah, it can.
Oh.
Yeah, depending on how
sounds
deep in
terrible.
the mod you want to get. Like, I've seen mods where they don't just randomize the Pokemon, they randomize the Pokemon's typing and its
Oh
moveset.
god.
So you catch like a
But the stats would still be there.
No, they're randomized
No,
back
they're-
too. So
oh,
like you catch a Groudon
Jesus.
and suddenly it's a water grass type with like Ice Beam, and you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Right.
And you have to work with it, and it's crazy.
Yeah, no, let's not do that.
Yeah. it's nuts.
Yeah, no, but it's... Look, I'll probably pick it up after talking about it today. I thought about starting... what is it? Pokemon Rescue Team Red?
Red Team Rescue.
Red
Yeah,
Team
yeah.
Rescue, that's it.
Ooh.
I think I've played through it like 3 times already, but... I don't
That's a
know.
cool thing.
Nostalgia. I want to do it. Plus the fact that they have the test to tell you what Pokemon you are. I want to see what I get now. So, yeah, that'll be cool.
Before you move on, I found this really cool thing that someone noticed about the box art. It's that blue team and red team match up. I'm just trying to find it. Here we go.
Yeah, isn't it like... Yeah.
It's like red team. I put these on the thing hopefully, and then blue team. It's the same hole, and they're the same 2 rocks, and they've just fallen down.
wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
It's like blue team's looking up and red team's looking
Oh, and they're both getting fucked from either side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That.
It's a nice Eiffel Tower.
And it's,
See, the part that gets me with that, how is Charizard's eye not casting a shadow?
yeah, it's weird. And
I always thought that as a kid.
the other thing is that because it's on the DS, it's the DS game in the top, GBA game at the bottom,
dual screen.
Yeah.
Got it. Right.
and like that's where the ports are.
Yeah.
Remember DS had that thing?
Yeah.
Really cool.
That's right.
One of the best things I've seen.
Yeah.
Pokemon's good at detail.
Mm.
And no one
Yeah.
notices for 10
It
years.
is.
Yeah, yeah. Like, oh shit.
Someone's like, oh my god. Great. It's a good time.
Anyway, 47 YouTube videos of Pokemon theories.
I've been listening to some new music. You've probably heard of him, Hobo Johnson. No?
Is that me?
He's up and coming.
Hobo Johnson.
Or is that Kyron?
His name's Frank, but yeah.
I don't know any Kyron.
John Johnson.
His rapper name
From the
is Hobo
Johnson
Johnson. It's got like a special spin on it. I feel like if I played a specific song, you've probably seen the video.
I doubt it.
No, you might have. But yeah, like he's. I like him. He's good.
That's good.
Not much else. Been working, going to the gym, and no, that's about it.
Okay. Nathaniel.
Love my life.
I have been doing a couple of things, but first I really want to talk about that Minecraft thing that we did.
Yeah, go
I
for
think
it.
it's
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
Alright, so when me and Dean were younger,
Dean and I.
when Dean and I were younger,
Really
this is
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
no,
going.
not just today. This is always.
I'm going for it.
But
forward to it.
all the time when we were kids, Dean would come over to my house and we would literally just play Minecraft for maybe 3 days straight. It would get to the point where we'd wake up and then it'd be like, oh, it's night time. There was a time when Mum and Dad went away and Dean came over and we literally just ate tomato soup, bread, and played Minecraft.
Yeah.
That's
And it was overcast, so it gave us reason to stay in.
And we couldn't, like, because it was overcast, we couldn't tell at all what time of day it was. And then it would just be like, oh, it's nighttime or it's daytime. We'd stay up until like 8 a.m. one morning and be like, oh, we should probably really get some sleep. And then I would like dream of Minecraft clouds and I'm like, fucking flat.
Wake up,
Every
it's
time.
Like, creepers!
But
Good time.
way back, we were playing this on the 360.
Yeah.
This was back before they released the update where you could do creative in survival,
that's
purely survival.
This was like before even hunger was added.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
way
That's why
back.
it's 360 because
It was before hunger was even added to the computer. Like this was before all that.
Well, I'm pretty sure hunger was added
Hunger
to the
was
computer.
in beta.
Because yeah,
Like-
yeah, but I think for the Xbox they
Hunger
the
only
first
like
version.
affected your like running and
Because I
shit. It
don't
didn't
think
affect
you
your
could
health.
sprint at that point. I think you still had hunger, but
Yeah.
Yeah, the console versions have always been at least 1 or 2 updates
Yeah.
behind.
yeah.
But pretty much we didn't have creative.
Yep.
And me and Dean created an
and I.
entire fucking castle. We made that shit from whatever we mined and whatever we did. Like we created I ended up like loving sugarcane.
Swastika
Oh,
on fire.
we did so much.
Flashbacks like shit.
I like created the castle a lot in my spare time as well. So when Dean came over, I'm like, no, this is mine. You can build your own. Fucking
Yeah,
house.
pretty much. And then we made like a railway system.
Oh
We
yeah, it's like
had-
everyone's houses. We had like 500 bases.
There was a
why
river.
didn't you record this?
Because
We-
we were like 12.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
didn't have
exactly.
anything to do with
John,
that.
I
We
hear.
didn't- I barely had it. Actually, I
Also,
don't
this
think I
would've
had
been- This would have
internet.
been in Roma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vernon had better internet than here.
Yeah, he had 8
But
gigabytes.
he was on
He had
like
8
I was on, like,
gigabytes
yeah.
per month.
He's on like a little. His parents are
Dongle.
still on a little dongle thing.
Yeah.
But that's just their location.
Dongles.
I remember at one point we fucking.
Sorry.
Well, I don't know if you did, but I had a genuine hate for sugarcane because we made that. We made the Great Wall of Sugarcane because the spawn point that you start out in that world and where we ended up running for ages to finally set up base. It's
Maps
all
weren't a
connected.
thing either, so we didn't know.
No,
where
maps were a thing.
No, maps have been a thing from the start.
Yeah. It's so you could take your coordinates because you can't press F3 on the.
How did we? We always had. Oh no, we kept on losing our maps.
Yeah, we didn't have maps because we
Yeah.
kept dying and
So-
Yeah,
not
because
having.
it takes
We-
a lot of stuff.
yeah.
to
We
make.
ended up finding where the spawn point was.
Yeah.
And then just making a huge wall of sugarcane to follow to
Because
get
it,
to where our
it was
houses
connected
were.
to a river, and
Yeah.
the river had like forks, and so we just had like this massive wall of sugarcane that just led to our place. But we ended up having so much sugarcane from it that it was everywhere. Like every chest, you would have like 3 stacks of sugarcane at least. It was everywhere. You couldn't look away from it. It was just always in your face. Yeah. I remember one time we started a new world, there was sugarcane. I'm pretty sure I threw it in the lava. I was like, I don't need this. Go ahead.
Go away.
Leave me alone. But yeah, no. It was a good world.
We called the world Aperture Laboratories.
That was right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Total days.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We were really cool and edgy.
Yeah.
And we liked games not everybody liked.
Yeah.
Everyone likes
I
Portal.
think Portal 2
Shit.
just came out or something.
Yeah.
That makes
I don't think it was even out. We played Portal 1 and then Portal 2
Cool.
came out later on. Yeah.
I think you did.
Probably would have been around the time of the Orange Box.
Yeah, it was about that time.
That wasn't out.
But what I've been into this week, I've been watching more Full Metal Alchemist. Been pretty good.
Brotherhood.
I haven't finished it yet. I've only been able to watch when New Year's around, so you know. Nina went away for a few days. I watched Pop Team Epic.
You enjoy it.
I enjoy it. I like it. Not everyone
I'm never a
does,
fan
but
of like that kind of sketch humor. Like I'm not a fan.
I
of
don't
Robot
even
Chicken.
like the humor. I think at the time mostly it was just something to have on.
Yeah.
But that song gets me hyped, man. The intro song always gets
It's
me hyped,
pretty
and
good.
every now and again there'll be something in there that I'll have a giggle
Yeah.
at. Like it's not my favorite show ever, but I enjoy it for what it is. I haven't really done much other than that, and searching for jobs and waiting to hear back and working and driving and.
This economy sucks.
But yeah, that's what I've been up to this week. I was gonna play games. Oh, I tried playing Cuphead single player.
Oh, it's so difficult.
Actually,
bad time.
I think with certain bosses, it's almost easier to play single player. Than
Yeah,
multiplayer.
because like
Yeah,
people
it's-
finish that game by themselves, and I think
It's doable.
Yeah, because it seems like when you
I
have
got
two
a lot
people,
further by myself than I did playing.
I
it
just got
seems
pissed
like when
off
there's
too easily
two
and
people,
never
the
left it.
bosses get
I
harder.
touched it.
I think they get harder,
It's
and it's the
because there's a
fact
lot-
that there's so much going on.
Yeah, I don't think they actually scale them, but I think it's because there's extra things happening on the screen that like throws you off.
Okay.
Because I've heard people play it co-op, and when one person dies, they finish the boss by themselves because like this is easier because it's the same boss. It's just that now there's not a second person fucking it up for me, so I can finish the boss myself, and the person respawns and then
Yeah.
the next one.
Okay, cool.
Fuck.
But yeah, I played that a little bit. Oh, I did a Let's Play I haven't put up yet or edited, but it will be up soon.
Cool.
I did a Let's Play of Thomas Was Alone. I probably have another 2 to 3 episodes left in me for that. I had a look and saw how many
Yeah,
levels there were in it. There's 100.
that's 100 in volume as well.
Not that many.
Well, you start off and then you're like, oh, I'll slowly get to the characters, and then
Yeah.
once I've finished the characters, there'll be another bit where I use all of them, and then that'll be it. But it turns out you find all the characters, and then there's a fucking ton that you've got to do.
Yeah,
Which
and
I
the
didn't
DLC,
expect. Really?
which is good DLC. Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
It's weird. I wouldn't think that something like Thomas Was Alone would have DLC.
It's
But
real cheap DLC.
we might look at getting to that. I would love to do a Let's Play of Little Nightmares as well.
Didn't Fractured But Whole recently have a DLC come out? I feel like I've seen
Yeah.
something
I
about
vaguely
that.
know something about.
Because they
I'm-
did have a season pass for
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did, and I've got that.
Oh, there is something. Yeah.
Yeah, there probably is.
I remember seeing a
Because
review.
I haven't turned my Xbox on for a very long time.
Have a look and find out for me, and I might buy it.
Shall do.
Yeah, no, 'cause I'm-
Ubisoft's been really good at supporting their games after release lately.
Yeah.
They're like There's been a lot of DLC for a lot of different games. They don't tend to make a big deal out of it. It just kind of happens.
It's a big deal for the community. Like, if you're in that community, like Division or Wildlands or whatever, like, this is the next big thing. It's
like
the same with the Xenoverse. It's just like,
Yeah.
fucking another collection came out. I can't wait to find
But
a
it's not like
Tapion.
a Destiny DLC where the whole gaming
Yeah.
world goes nuts for it.
Yeah.
What have you been into this week, Keena?
No, bit. I platinumed Nier Automata.
Oh,
Got all the trophies.
platinumed it.
Yeah.
Oof.
Got all the endings. A lot of the endings are weird. They're all just fail states.
Yup.
What's a new one? Like, I told you about the fish one where you eat the fish, your blood turns to oil, clogs up and dies. There's one where, like, you leave the person you're supposed to help, and then it's just like, they just fucked off. Who knows where they went? Credits roll.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of, like, just weird endings. It's all great. Some of them are, like, sad. Like, spoilers. There's one where you have to kill every friendly robot of a village, and that's like, I did that after I finished the game, so I'm like, could you know all the robots? You have to kill them all. Like, yeah, you get an ending.
For mass murder.
Yeah.
That game is fucked up.
So I platinumed that. I finished Metroid Zero Mission. That was fun. I watched Pacific Rim Uprising. It is the best anime live-action movie I've ever seen.
Is that the new one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, Pacific Rim 1 is basically Evangelion Light, in terms of people fighting a robot, but without the existential Christianity in it.
Yeah.
The second one is an anime movie. Like, there's plot twists that are like, if this was a 26-episode anime, this would make sense, but because it's condensed into 2 hours, it makes sense, but you're just like, this fucking came from nowhere. Because it does something that AAA movies don't do anymore. It's just weird plot twists. And it's also like still makes versing mechs and stuff like that. You're like, no, I'm not gonna spoil it. And it's also the best Iron Man movie. Like, people fighting with like chest beams and stuff like that.
Cool.
It's great.
Check that one out.
Watch it. It's really good. But did you guys watch the first one?
Pacific Rim.
I saw
Yeah.
the Pacific Rim, yeah.
Yeah. Then you'll probably enjoy it. Did
It's
you
good.
enjoy
I
it?
like
Yeah, I
a
did.
good dumb monster
I liked
movie.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's what it
don't mind
is. But with like heart, not as much heart as the first one, which isn't that much. But it doesn't have Guillermo del Toro's
Right, fingers.
fingers. Yeah, he's still attached to it. But yeah. And then I went and finished Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, what'd you think of that?
Very intense.
Yeah, that thing's rough.
What it is, it's a game by Ninja Theory, who did the 2013 DMC game, and they also did Heavenly Sword.
Yes.
They're kind of the parallel to Platinum, in my opinion, because I think just because like Metal Gear Revengeance and DMC 2013 came out, it was like the same month. I'm like, yeah, they're the same kind of company. This one's it's a lot less actiony. It's still very actiony, but it's not action based. It's you're a Celtic woman whose lover was killed by Norse warriors. And she already has psychosis, which means she sees and hears things that aren't there, but they're real
She's
to her.
schizophrenic.
Yeah,
I think that was the specific one that the developers.
psychosis. Yes,
Yeah,
I watched
yeah.
the documentary for it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
Cool.
I thought schizophrenia was the one that they. picked.
They like do it. Yeah, and she has been
Schizophrenia is where you have split personalities, isn't it?
No, that's the personality disorder, which isn't actually a thing.
No.
There's no
There's no,
psychologists.
there's no beast in me?
Yeah, no.
God damn it.
Psychologists still debate as to whether
Ah.
split personality disorder actually exists.
That ruins the whole point of the movie Split.
Yeah. it does, but, no, but schizophrenia is the one where you hear voices or see visions.
Yeah, this one's like psychosis. Like
What
I
else do
don't.
you do with
It's a
visions?
different definition, but anyway. They do talk about it. I'm not a psychologist. I don't understand it. So basically, you go to Norseland to...
What?
I don't know what...
That is...
You go to
hold on a sec.
Norse.
Which direction is that?
It's
It's actually south.
no, it's the east of Celtic land,
So, alright.
which is Ireland and Scotland. But anyway, yeah. So she goes there and she wants to save her lover's soul from hell, like from thing.
What drugs were you on?
What? No drugs.
Oh, no,
Psychosis.
this game is just effed up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this gameplay element where if you die, you have a curse, and every time you die, the curse increases further up your arm. And when I don't know if it takes over your arm or your whole body, because I didn't get that far. You will permanently die, and the game will kill its save, and you'll have to start the game again.
Yeah,
Straight
so
up
it
real
got
permanent.
it got a big amount of publicity when it first came out because of that. So it's a fail state in the game.
Yeah.
It's weirdly calculated.
Yeah.
So it's every time you die, it spreads. There are people who went to a certain point in the game and just stood there and let themselves die to see how many times it would actually happen. And what they figured out, at least from what I could gather, because there's kind of conflicting reports, is that it's not a set number of times. It's a variable. So if you die, it spreads, but then if you spend a little time in the world and do a couple of kills, it starts to fade a little bit, so you can get a bit back.
Okay.
And then, but if you die again, it then spreads again. So like it kind of like varies.
I didn't really notice the curse retreating when I was killing off
I
people.
don't think it actually physically retreats,
Oh, okay,
but the
just the
counter,
counter.
the
Okay, that
counter
makes
behind it all retreats, because there was one person who said that they died about 50 times in that game, and that was enough for their state to reset and delete the save. There was one person who recorded like 1,000 deaths before they even got close.
Okay.
And they're like, it's just not working, it's not happening. And then there were some people who speculated that that actually was only a thing that the developers put in the pre-release version of the game, so that game reviewers would talk about it, but they didn't actually put it in the regular version.
Okay.
But it's still kind of a little bit... I can't remember the last time I read up on it, whether the community had actually come down on one side or the other, whether it was real or not. Either way, the idea of a game that deletes its save is cool, I think. Because it's something that I think it was Hideo Kojima had talked about before.
Yeah.
About having a game. He actually specifically talked about the idea of having a game that when you died in it, it didn't just delete your save, it self-destructed and destroyed your console.
I
Jesus
remember that.
Christ.
Yeah, I
It was
remember
like,
that.
I wanted to make a game where if you died, it just fucked your entire console and you were done.
Why would you even buy that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
I
the
think
idea.
that's like there's laws and regulations that make sure that can't happen.
Yeah.
But I think Kojima would be crazy enough to make his own console and for people to buy it and for it to blow up.
Yeah. They call him like the only avant-garde game developer because he just comes up with these crazy ideas. He's like, what if game but tentacles? What is wrong with you?
Transferring.
Yeah, like Death Stranding. I can't wait for that nightmare to come upon us.
But yeah, no. The gameplay is kind of like Dark Souls in terms of like dodging, blocking sort of stuff. But it's not hard. It's long. Like boss fights will straight up last 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
It is. By the end of it, because I played it all in one day, my finger, because the block button's R1, my finger was like, it had indents in it because I was just pressing that button over and over again.
The thing is, though, the individual fights are long, but the game itself is not that long.
No, it's like 7 hours long.
Yeah, and that was the thing that was actually praised for, is that like it's this pretty decently done, well polished action game.
Yeah.
For it was what, $30 on the PSN?
Maybe American. Here was like $50, I think.
Yeah, but it was like half the price of a regular game.
Yeah.
And it's half the length. And it was like, oh, that's a really smart idea, guys. You made a game that's half a full price game and actually priced it at half the price.
Yeah.
Good on you guys. Instead of pushing it out like the order 1886 for $100 and being like, here, bitches, play for 5 hours.
And it sold well. Like they sold what they wanted to do in 3 months. What they thought they would do in 6 to 9 months. The other good other part about the game is that because she hears things, when you're wearing surround sound headphones, you can hear the voices in different spots of the headphones.
Remember you telling me about this?
Yeah, I think I was talking about this. This was a game that I wanted to play, and I played it yesterday. So yeah, it's like the sound design's really good, like in the game sound design, and then even the voices that you hear, and they're all different voices. And in the documentary that they showed, they would have like people on the mic and just walking around it. And the mic would be like set up so it had like a human ear, so it would hear like we do. Because in the documentary they were saying how they wanted to treat psychosis. They wanted to treat it the way that people with psychosis actually experience it. So they actually got people with lived experience to like give them feedback and like this is how we do it, and like so it was like the most realistic thing. But like to the character, she thinks she's going to fight like it's basic. Like the other part of it is it's the best God of War spin-off game. You're fighting Norse gods. Like you fight Surtur as you can pick him to be the first or second boss. The final boss is Hela, Like,
Hella what? Cool.
no, hell
Hell
up.
up.
But yeah, no, it's great. Very intense. Like, very, like, heavy themes, and it's also like a puzzle game as well.
Yeah.
I'll just throw that in there. So yeah, played that. Got all the trophies except one because I missed Warstones. Like, it tells the story of Ragnarok and stuff like that. Like, this is cool.
Nice.
Nice. It's a really good game. I recommend it if you have, like, want to be sad.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
If you have want to be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, have one of these sad.
Alrighty. Topic of the show, guys. Cancelled shows that have affected us. You said it before. I'm going to say it now. Young Justice.
I love the face that you pulled off it. Young Justice.
Yeah. It's been revived it's coming out this year for season 3, but I'm still pissed. It's been 5 years.
It had been a while, yeah.
Like,
Wait,
it
when
was
does that
cancelled.
start? When does that start?
It was a 2011 to 12 show, to 13. So it was only 2 seasons, and it was
No, I'm saying when does the new one start?
Oh, sorry, like sometimes this year.
Okay, so nothing concrete yet?
No.
Okay.
It'll be on the DC streaming service, so whenever that launches, it'll probably launch.
Same time. Right.
So yeah,
Reason to get it, yeah.
yeah. There's lots of like the Titans on that. There's a Harley Quinn show, but yeah, no. Young Justice is what I'm still bitter about. How about you guys?
I'm not still bitter about it, but it definitely hurt me.
Yeah, I'm bitter, like less bitter now that the new season
Yeah,
is. But,
like when I first found out that then, because I watched it late, and I remember
same.
Kyron was like, "Oh, you should watch Young Justice. It's really good." And I was watching it, and then I finished the thing, and I'm like, "When's the next season coming?" And he's like, "Oh, it doesn't." And I was like, "Why would you do this to me?"
What?
yeah.
I don't know if it was cancelled, but I didn't really like the ending for it. Black Books. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, the British comedy show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that got a proper ending. I
Yeah,
think
so for the second season, I think they took a bit of a break between the second and third season.
The
So
last
the
season was
second-
completely different.
Yeah,
It
the
was-
second season ended with so it's basically about a really shitty bookstore, and it's got 3 different characters, and they all have misfit adventures. It's whatever.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It is.
Bring
so
me my
funny.
lollipop.
If you never watch Black Books, you should. It's just-
on Netflix. So fucking watch that shit.
It's dry British comedy at its best.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
on point.
But yeah, it's set in a bookshop that's like locally owned, and it's one of those local businesses.
Fun fact: Bill Bailey plays Manny.
Manny, yeah.
One of the few people in the world who has perfect pitch. He can sing every single note on a piano.
Oh, can you actually?
What?
Oh wow.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He's one of the few people in the world who
Yeah,
has
he
that.
does. He does concerts.
I don't know if
for
he's
that
still
company.
got it, but he's done it.
Oh, I
once
remember
before.
seeing shows with him in there.
Yeah, he's a fantastic pianist as well. Like he's one of those people where you look at him and you're like, oh, you're just a comedian, but no, he's.
And
like,
they use
talented
that. They
across
use
the
that in a
board.
few bits.
Yeah, they
Black
used
Books
it in
too.
one of the episodes where he just plays Mozart. The character Manny just picks up how to play
Yeah,
piano.
yeah.
And they're just like,
So-
what?
Oh, Bill
I love
Bailey's
comedy
one of
shows where like someone just has a weird talent like 6
Yeah.
seasons in. You're like, okay, I guess.
He's one of my favorite comedians, Bill Bailey. It's great.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. But yeah, it ends. The second season ends with having like one of the larger company, like corporation, bookstores move in next to the Black Bookstore, which just would fuck up business. And it just ended with the owner of the bookstore, Bernard Black, saying he's going on a vacation, and that was it. And it seemed really depressing. The third season, however, I didn't know existed until I watched it on Netflix. It starts with like the old assistant from the local store working at the major corporation, and then somehow managing to get it shut down from the inside out. That like
British
thus lifting that problem away and still giving them business. But then it ended really badly. It just kind of like they the set for that episode was purely just the bookstore, where in other episodes like they've branched out to different areas because that's it could have been budgeting. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah.
Obviously. But like, yeah, they went to a party. We didn't see anything about the party. The only thing we saw about a party was a love interest that one of the characters had there that ended up coming back to the bookstore anyway.
Okay.
And it just ends with like someone falling asleep on the couch, the other one going up and having sex with the love interest, and Bernard Black just sitting there, just doing nothing. And then that's the ending. and it's just like really shit. Like there's no conclusion to anything. Like
I feel like that happens, like for me, does happen more often. Of like shows didn't get cancelled per se; they just kind of ended on a shitty note.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man.
They don't know how to end.
Or they don't end. Like,
Yeah.
just end already.
Yeah, there's the ones that like they bring it back.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
Supernatural.
That's always the one everyone thinks of
It's
immediately.
my
Where it's
main
just,
offender.
It's
It's just
so-
like, guys, you should
Yeah.
have done this like
Yeah.
8 seasons ago. Just stop.
Like don't get me wrong, some of the jokes they crack are funny. It's like haha, cool.
I liked how meta they got in like season 7 and 8. How like suddenly
when they went back to the real.
well, that was in season 6, but in season
Was it 6?
Yeah, season 6 is where they have the French Connection episode where they go to the real world.
Yeah, where they're Jensen Ackles and
Yeah, and Jared Padalecki,
Yeah.
he married fake Ruby. Like that episode's
Yeah.
really great.
Yeah.
But there are a bunch of dialogue interactions in season 7 and 8 between Sam and Dean, where you can feel the writers like having a wink and a nod at the audience. Like I think there's some sort of scene in a diner where Dean's like, so we go kill this bad guy and then we kill the next one too, and like he basically. And then there's another one in season 8 where they sit down at a diner and they have a conversation, and they basically lay out the season structure that's happened in every season so far. They're like, so we do this, we do that, and we do this thing again, right? Like that's just how it goes.
and then you save me or I save you. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And then the other one just goes, yup. And then you're like, what just happened? Huh? And that seems to happen more.
It's my favorite thing when shows become self-aware.
Yeah.
Like Titans Go when they had that
Yeah.
where they looked at the fact that they reboot and no one is happy with Teen Titans Go. They're like, look, this is the thing, and then it ended in the shitty way that it did, and the characters themselves were just like, what happened? Like, why is there more? And they're like, no, that's it. We cut it from there, and we rebooted this, and it's like, what? And it's
they bring
just
in
like,
Young Justice as well in that episode, I think. Or it might be a different episode. The episode with like the Young
Kid
Justice
Flash comes in.
Pun?
I think Kid Flash.
Like Kid
joins
Flash and Aqualad
Titans,
come in and they're like,
yeah.
oh, they're so cool, I wish we were them. And then they become like ultra ripped like heroes and just like, argh. Teen Titans Go can be funny, but it's just sad that it's not.
It's
like,
sad that it's not Teen Titans.
Yeah, original or Young Justice.
If it was a comedy show for people like us, then it would be awesome.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's
Again,
not
it has
for us.
callbacks, but that's
There's a movie for it coming out this year.
what Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go back to the movies or something like that.
In terms of...
Nicolas Cage is going to be Superman finally.
Oh, great.
Great.
Finally. What?
He
Yeah,
was
he
going to
was
be
originally
Superman
pegged.
in the 90s Tim Burton movie.
Oh, really?
They're going to do, yeah.
They ended up cancelling the whole thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like some, if you Google it, there's some still shots of him in the Superman, like doing promotional photo shoots.
Wow.
And he's got like really long hair and it looks weird.
It was when Superman had the mullet in the comics. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
In terms of like shows that were actually cancelled, there's only one that I can think of recently. And it's not even recent, it was like 5 years ago, that actually kind of like really frustrated me. I'm a huge fan of the Criminal Minds show. I love that show so much. I haven't caught up, I think I'm like 5 seasons behind,
Yeah.
it's just kind of got away from me.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about that show is they do keep reinventing it.
Yeah.
Like they add new characters, they switch them in and out. I remember watching the end of season 7, I think it is just the most, like, they do a 2-episode arc at the end of season 7, and it's just the most balls to the wall, crazy 2 episodes. Like, it's a heist. Yeah, like it was at the time the heists were a big thing, and so these people come in and like they like blow up a bank and they're stuck in there, and then they call in the Criminal Minds guys to do the negotiation, and then from the second they roll up, it is 48 minutes straight of just everything hits the shit hits the fan. Like every minute is just like, oh shit, they've broken out the back. Oh no, he's done this thing. Oh wait, there's 4 of them, not 2 of them, and it just keeps going and escalating and escalating and escalating until like the end of the second episode where like one of the main characters is strapped to a bomb and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And it just ends. And you're like, oh, hi, oh, Jesus. And then season 8 starts and it's like this slow build again. But season 7 ended on this like fucking amazing like roller coaster. And what they did in the middle of that was they introduced a new set of characters for a spin-off show. It was called Criminal Minds Suspect Behavior.
I remember that happening.
Yeah, and it was like the lead head guy of that team was played by Forrest Whitaker.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, which was really
yeah.
good. Yeah, he was really good. And then they had like, and the whole idea behind it was that the Forrest Whitaker character was one of the original people to start the BAU, the Behavioral Analysis Unit, so the thing that Criminal Minds follows. And he was one of the original people with like the Mandy Patinkin character, Gideon, and David Rossi, who's played by Joe Mantegna. He was one of those guys. And his idea was that he would splinter off a second version of the BAU with a twist. And his twist was that he didn't pick anyone who... I think his team was made entirely of people who weren't from the FBI. So one of them was an ex-con.
Ah, yes.
One of them was a British Secret Service agent, from the MI5 or whatever, an ex-one of those. One of them was just a hacker they pulled off the streets, like all this kind of stuff. Like it was a really and what they called it was a red cell.
Some kind of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, basically. they were basically when there was something... The idea behind the show was that when it was a serial killer or some sort of criminal activity where you were against the clock, like you had to get them within a certain time frame because we know this certain thing's going to happen, that was the group you sent in. Because they had kind of immunity from all laws.
Okay.
So they could kind of just go in and do what they wanted and get it done. And it was a 13-episode series. It didn't do well in the ratings. And it ends on a cliffhanger. And they cancelled it after the first season.
Yeah.
So it ends with... It's a terrorist attack. It's a terrorist cell. And they are finally getting to the last bit and they find one of the people. And it's Forrest Whitaker's character is in the middle of a town square with hands up, staring down this terrorist with a gun at him. And he's like, hey, look, I'm just trying to help you. One of the other members of the team has been captured, has tied to a chair, bag on her head with someone pointing a gun at her. Another person has been driving with one of the cops and the cops turn on him. And then the other person is standing where they believe the next terrorist attack is and has a sniper gun pointed at her. So pretty much the entire team has a gun on them in some way, and it does the whole thing where you see each of them on the screen, then it gunshot fades to black, and you don't know which one gets killed.
The show gets killed.
The show gets killed. Yeah, that gunshot was the death of that show, and it really pissed me off.
What if it's all gunshots at the same time?
It's one.
They all die.
I really hope it's not. But it really pissed me off because I was actually starting to like that spin-off.
Yeah.
This is really good. And yeah, just died in the ass, literally.
Yeah.
And that was sad.
Constantine was a bit like that, where it finally got good and just we have a cliffhanger, please bring us back, and NBC's like, no, fuck this.
That's one of the biggest problems with current television stuff is that a lot of studios use cliffhangers as the please renew us.
Yeah.
Because the fans want to see how it ends. I'm no, just end your fucking story. And if they want a second season, they'll have a second season. Yeah. Which is why, again, go back to Supernatural. The way that first season ends, you could end it there.
Yeah.
It sucks, but you can end it there.
Yeah.
But, it had a good enough story that people wanted to see the second and third.
I think that's why I like the CW superhero shows, because each show, a lot of the shows end with a minor cliffhanger, but everything else is wrapped up.
Yeah.
Probably the only one that doesn't do that is Arrow season 5, which that was a big island blows up, everything's fucked.
Arrow got weird.
Yes, it's 3 and 4. 3 and 4 aren't great, but 5 was great. 6 is.
It was camp in the way I liked it, but it started getting a little bit much.
Yeah.
I understand why people don't.
Towards its current scheme, now, right now, I'm I don't know if I really want to watch any more Arrow. I'm pretty done with it.
I have a TV show that I remembered.
What's that?
That I really hated being cancelled. I forgot about it just recently, but now that I think about it.
What is it, boy?
Dirk Gently.
Oh, yes!
Detective Agency.
Oh, they can that?
Yeah. So they did season 1, they did season 2, and they left it on this fucking massive cliffhanger where everything started to make sense, and you finally start to figure out why people were there, what people's true intentions were. You'd started to see that these people, the people who were sort of just along for the ride for most of it, actually were very relevant and had their own sort of powers and things like that. And you're like, holy shit! And then Dirk Gently and his assistant finally got their TARDIS, if you will, which was the ambulance.
Yeah.
I was really excited about that, and fucking Elijah Wood's sister
Yeah.
got a wand, and she was like a witch and shit, and they found
Yeah, I
out
remember
that
watching this.
that
season,
their
yeah.
like fucking hallucinations were actually their superpowers in another world, and like they
Yeah.
could control them, and like it was really cool. Because like in
Yeah.
there, like they keep on like seeing these visions where like their hands would go on fire and stuff, and they'd like feel pain. And then they went to this other dimension, and when they did that, they actually had fire in their hands. They could control it,
Okay.
and it was like a power for them. But in the normal world,
It hurts.
it hurts them, and they're like,
Okay.
I'm on fire and shit. Yeah, everything was starting to come to, and it was like making a lot of sense. It's really cool. And then they were just like,
That's really frustrating.
yeah. And that was actually
It's a
that
real
was
downer of a topic.
it was becoming one of my favorite shows too. Like very
Shout out to
fastly.
Georgie.
Yeah, thanks. Trip down sad memory lane.
Yeah. I think another show that's kind of like that for me was Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
From the creators of Young Justice. It's older than it, but it does that. It like sets up this really good first season. Does the Black Suit Venom storylines really well, like the best I've seen on screen.
Yeah.
And then like it doesn't do his origin until the final episode of season 1. Because of the black suit, and black suit makes him remember everything. And then the second, like, there's a bunch of plot twists at the end of that, and then at the end of the second season, there's plot twists that twist what happened in the first season. I don't really remember what they're all around Green Goblin. And you're just like, holy fuck, this changes everything. Harry's a bad guy now.
Isn't he always a bad guy?
Yeah, but like this is like he always starts off as a good guy. And then
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
bad.
So they did that twist. They did that turn.
Yeah, but it was like in like a way that was weird. And yeah, just like the animation was like the art style was really basic, but like the fight scenes were really good. It is one of my favorite shows. Just like, and it's like the best Peter, best Mary Jane, Gwen. Like it is probably for me just the best Spider-Man product besides comics. 26 episodes. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's great.
Sounds good.
I don't know where you can find it besides piracy. I have the Blu-ray. You can borrow that.
Sure, that'll do.
But yeah,
Along a
In
different...
no way do we endorse piracy.
No.
but no
Pay
way
for
do
your
we
shit.
not endorse it.
Yeah, pay for your shit.
What's the word?
Give royalties
Yeah, I guess. I'm just trying to think. There's an opposite word of
of
endorse.
piracy.
Yeah, we don't
Support.
I don't know. Do what you want. Don't get booked.
We don't encourage it.
Along a different line, I remembered also a TV show that didn't get cancelled, but it was an anime that did not get an English dub, and I preferred it.
I've heard of one of them, but I don't know.
Oh, trust me, you'll hear this and go like, really? It was Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
The second Yu-Gi-Oh show?
Yeah, the second
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! show. So the
Did you say it didn't get an English dub?
its fourth season did not get an English dub, and still has not.
Oh.
Yeah, where he fought Yugi.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the final episode
Yeah,
he fights
right,
Yugi
yeah,
and it cuts
that's
halfway
right,
through,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
don't find out who the winner is.
I was gonna say because I've seen.
Yeah.
GX,
So like the thing I like about GX is that it
doesn't have fucking bullshit, stupid pendulum summons. Ugh.
Yeah, pendulum summons suck, but like
They
the
are
thing I like
worse.
about it is that they do a bit more to try and stick closer to the actual rules of the card game. Like it's slightly
It's
better.
got a lot more fusion in it,
Yeah.
but that's
And-
about it.
Well, that was the thing, is that each season kind of tries to focus on a different version of summoning. So
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, like, the original is just based on the
Just
vanilla card game.
yeah, the base card game.
Whereas GX is fusions, 5Ds is synchros, Zexal is XYZs,
Yes.
and then
Motorbikes.
motorbikes! Arc,
No,
Arc,
that was.
Arc 5 is, Arc V is pendulums.
Yeah.
And then there's a new one coming out.
Yeah, great.
For some other system of summoning they've got.
Can't wait.
Link summoning, I think it's called?
Oh, even better.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
can't wait for the Zelda crossover.
Is that like you're gonna have some bullshit where it's like 2v2 and like when one person summons this, the other person can summon
No,
this?
I think it works off of the pendulum summoning in that, like, I think, if I can remember correctly,
Because I don't
I think
know
it-
much past.
basically stacks the summoning so you can have up to 10 on the field rather than 5.
Oh,
Yeah, like, they've Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game, and correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't kept up with it that much, but Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game has basically fallen victim to power creep because every time they introduce a new version of something, they don't take away the old stuff. They still allow it to exist, but now it's so underpowered it can't be used. So they have to, in order to make the next set even usable, they have to basically double its power and make it more strong, and it keeps going. And so, like, if you've got an old deck, you're basically useless.
Yeah, I've tried to play online with like the old rules. Yeah. Like, obviously with the new rules still there, but like I personally don't know much about pendulum summons and everything like that.
It's such a pain in the ass.
Like, I understand how they work, I just don't use them myself because it's not how I work.
The thing is, like, if you build a deck around it, it's the only way to survive now. Yeah. Because you can. The only way
you could really win is if you built an Exodia deck. Like, if you use the old rules.
It's the only.
But Exodia is like, you can't use that.
No, it's damn near impossible. Yeah. But anyway, the fourth season, the GX, I kind of liked the way it was going. The first season is kind of like, it basically just sets everything up.
Struggling to remember how the third season ended.
The third season is the one where they go to that other dimension.
Oh, and he gets the aliens.
Yeah, he fights Yubel for the first time. And it's like, so basically, the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is them getting to Jewel Academy, and they learn about their Jewel things, and then there's basically a character that has, like, fake Egyptian gods.
Do you guys remember Duel Masters?
Yes. But anyway, there's a character that's got, like, fake Egyptian gods, and he fights and beats those.
Betamon?
What was it? Metabots?
Metabots!
What the fuck are you talking about?
I still don't know what you're talking about.
90s cartoons, man. Anyway, the second season focuses around the Society of Light, which is basically an alien force coming from.
That's right.
It's this light
and
that's
they
going to destroy.
They take over some duelists and
and so what ends up happening is it's so weird, but the main character basically gets a new deck of cards built out of aliens.
We're back. That was scary.
I think the battery's gone.
Can we plug it in?
Yeah, we should be able to.
Well, audio podcast.
Well, with some technical issues, but Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is a show that never got a fourth season in dub. Did the next season get dubbed, like Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D season 1?
So the reason... I can't plug it in from here, I don't think. Oh, I might be able to. But I need a USB thing.
That's right. Yeah, so the third season, it ended with...
In the front pocket.
Jaden ended up getting, like, some type of partner put into his body. I'm struggling to remember how the fuck it works because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just so weird. Probably best way to explain it is Yugi, he got the Pharaoh in him because of the Millennium
Puzzle.
Puzzle.
The white cable.
Oh, right.
The other white cable.
Jesus Christ.
There's one in the front pocket. Oh, come over.
This is working.
Super weird. Oh, this one.
Technical difficulties.
Bad communication.
Oh, well, no.
No, between me.
You use the black cord, take the black cord out.
Oh, what's the black cord?
The one that's already plugged in, I mean. The white one is a power ball. The laptop will be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine.
We'll be fine if we don't die.
Jump cut.
Jump? No, we won't do a jump cut. We'll just leave it.
We're going to keep talking. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. If you love technical difficulties, this is your show. Might I also recommend technical difficulties?
There you go.
That's the coolest show.
Difficulties.
Technical
Biblicalties.
Technical biblicals.
No, I think it's overheated.
I wish I could overheat.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
Well, the more you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's something that we need to fix for next time.
Yeah.
Audio podcast.
Anyway, let's continue with this. Just really quickly, I feel like on the same topic with that English dubbing thing, Zoid's Genesis never got an English dub either.
Yeah.
Which I was very upset about, but I still liked the Japanese dub.
Yeah.
So
And to round up the Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing,
Yeah.
the third season he gets an alien to basically possess him.
yeah.
So it's an alien spirit that, like,
That's what it was,
when he comes into duels, he can activate the alien spirit. His eyes change color. One turns green, one turns red, and then he has, like, basically the powers of Yu-Gi, where he can, like, duel really good and draw cards at will.
I've seen that Ben 10 episode.
And it's it's cool. And
Heart of the cards, that's it.
Yeah, the heart of the cards. The problem was
Fired in
the fourth season starts off and ends really dark because it's all about a society that has been working in the shadows for the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and they come in and they're straight up killing people in duels. So they don't. From what I heard, they didn't know how to English dub it because the thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that
For kids.
Yeah, when they English dub it, they cut a lot of stuff, they change a lot of things to make it more palatable for children. They couldn't figure out how to do it for the fourth season of GX, so they just skipped ahead to 5 days.
Yeah, fair enough.
And by the time 5Ds had got its English dub finished, they had started Zexal, and by the time that had finished, they started Arc 5, and they just never got back around to it. And they're like, we probably won't, and that's really sucky. Anyway,
Does 4Kids still do the dubbing? Okay, cool.
it's still 4Kids.
Just give it to Funimation.
Yeah.
They're not the greatest, but they'll do.
Yeah, they'll do a job.
Alright, let's move on
To what?
to the next one.
It's just more talking.
Yeah. I'm sick of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay, fair enough.
Hey, you asked for this topic. You got it.
Quickly, what I want to talk about
Georgie
again is
asked
Green
us.
Lantern, the animated series.
Yep.
It's a CG animated series. It looks weird, but
Oh, yep, I've seen it.
it like season one, the first half of season one is just like, this is whatever it is. It's fine. The back half is really good. Like it's all about like robots turning against each other and like what is life. What
is love?
like they have a Red Lantern on their team, and he loses his rage because he's no longer angry.
Okay.
And he falls in love with the robot lady. And the robot lady's like, no, I'm the fucking Anti-Monitor. I'm going to destroy the universe because she had a heart broken somehow. I forget. And
Sad girl.
then they cancelled it. And then the producers said, oh yeah, if we got season 2, we would have done Blackest Night. And I'm like, fuck. Blackest Night is people come back with black Green Lantern rings as zombies and say, hey, fuck you, I want to kill you. Yeah. Well, they don't kill people. Well, they fuck with people's minds. And
How did they even
Hey,
come
it's back. You probably have to do a jump cut.
Yay! No, we can just edit it.
Yeah, splice together.
The power of editing.
Yay.
What were you going to say, sorry?
New camera, we'll figure it out.
I can't remember.
You're talking about...
Oh yeah, how did they
Well-
even come up with that, with the Black Lantern ring? I'm just curious, really quickly.
That's been a thing for a while.
No, I mean, like, how did they begin that? Like, how did they, like, in the series, how did
How would they have
write
done that? I
in?
don't know.
Okay.
Because we didn't get to that. In the comics.
Because that's all in the comics, isn't
No.
it? All
Yeah.
the different rings.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, how did they actually...
Oh, in the
like,
comic.
Yeah.
It started off, no one had thought of any coloured rings before. Jeff Johns was like, hey, I like rainbows. Wouldn't it be cool if everyone else had a different coloured rings? He created the emotional spectrum. And then eventually that led to, what if there was a black one? And the black one is, there was a whole bunch of people dead at the time, like Batman, Aquaman, Plastic Man's wife, no, Elongated Man's wife. And they all just came back.
Fucking name.
I think that the dude is
Pretty
like,
unfortunate.
"Wee!"
Yeah.
And he's like stretchy as fuck.
Yeah.
And he's not in anything else except for the comics and sometimes Batman.
He's in the
I love
Flash
how
at the moment.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Brave and the
like,
Bold.
just went straight across that, but then like, no, Elastic Man, yeah, cool.
Elongated, man.
Elongated Man, yeah, no, we'll talk about that for 10 minutes.
But you know, it's all about like these dead people and coming back to like haunt people in like a very physical way. Just like Aquaman goes to Mara and just like, hey, I'm back, but I want to kill you. Is that okay? She's like, no. It's a pretty good story, and then it falls apart at the end. And the next one is White Land.
You gotta love, like, your comics and everything. And
Yeah.
how they just
Yeah,
take
you gotta love those, comics.
those nerdy things that we like to talk about.
You just talk
things
about
that we-
Yu-Gi-Oh for
things that we
5
care
minutes
about.
straight.
I'm not digging. I'm not having a dig. I'm genuinely serious. You gotta love them, because, like, some of the...
You
some-
gotta love them. If you don't love them, you hate them. Okay,
you don't
there's
love
no
'em,
in
you
between.
don't love 'em.
Don't fucking watch
Do you
the
have
show.
an opinion on comics? Everybody does, okay? You gotta love them. If you don't, you're Satan. Okay?
If you don't love them, you're wrong.
If you don't love them,
It's true.
you may as well be talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
What's wrong with you?
No, nothing's wrong with Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's for kids.
It's literally for
Since then, we had a 2-hour-long Pokemon talk like
Yeah,
2
but
weeks ago.
Pokemon
You
is
piece
for
of shit.
everyone. It's for family. It's
That's what people who aren't kids say.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh's got bikes now, okay?
It's got
Kids
motorcycles.
don't ride motorbikes, idiot.
yeah, because they don't have licenses.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know who
So-
started them on. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, Green Lantern Taz is good.
Okay. did we want to talk about the reason why this topic came up in the first place?
I feel like we have about 4 times.
No, Smick and Morty.
Oh, right.
Smick and
Smick and Morty. Rick and Morty. So yeah, season 4 still hasn't been endorsed?
Hasn't been greenlit.
Yeah.
Greenlit.
So the creators Dan Harmon and that are like, we could do a season 4, but they have not given us the budget or the time or said that they even want us to do it. So yeah, it's still up in the air as to whether that's even going to happen.
I feel like Dan himself, he's just like, he's completely done with it because
He
He gets bored with things.
He's such an odd creator.
Well, when it came to it, like season 2, there was such a massive gap between that and 3, and so that gave Rick and Morty like a lot of publicity, and a lot of people looked into it. And they were like, yeah, exactly. Everyone looked into it and they were like, oh fuck, this is a great show. Oh, I can't wait for season 3. Like I would kill my firstborn just to see it. Blah blah blah. We finally got it, and everyone lost their shit. Szechuan sauce became like some bullshit thing. There was that one video of that one dude that just freaks out. Yeah. Whatever. Like it became some bullshit. Dan himself was just like, we had nothing to do with Szechuan coming back. We don't endorse this type of behavior. Like we don't encourage it. We don't want anything to do with it. And somehow, as you said, it's become some type of cult-like thing. And I feel like he, as the creator of that franchise, it
Want to
I don't know,
distance
it's kind of like watching your child become a cunt.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess
a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess you could see it that way, but it makes money. Like
It makes money,
No,
yes, but he doesn't care about money.
Yeah, but the thing is, he does it to himself because he creates these things. He did it with Community.
yeah.
He creates these things, and then he gets so bored of them so quickly that he just kind of trashes it, and then someone else has to pick it up and try and piece it back
I
together.
didn't realize he did Community, because to me,
Yeah.
Community is the guys who made Civil War and Winter Soldier. They did a lot of directing and stuff.
No,
But
yeah, Dan
they did
Harmon's
the
great.
like they did all the paintball episodes,
Yeah.
which is why those episodes are great, and
Yeah.
why Winter Soldier's great.
Yeah, but like he does this to himself all the time. He creates something, it's amazing, people want more of it, and then he's just like, nah. Like he's the ultimate hipster director. As soon as it becomes popular, he's like, no, I'm done with it. Like fucking stop being such a jerk. Dan Harmon's great, but I just feel like he needs to, I don't know, either pull his finger out and do shit, like, and see something through. Because the thing with Rick and Morty is that it's weird, but it feels like it's got a through line and possible ending to it.
Well, that's the
somewhere.
thing. Apparently, he stated at some point that for some viewers, if you look into the episodes themselves, there's like a background story going on.
Yeah.
And you're meant to be able to pick that up if you thoroughly like analyze everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It could have to do with Evil Morty. I don't know, but
There's a lot of different like YouTube places that pick it apart. And
Yeah.
other things. There's a lot
I
of
feel
different-
that's either
a lot of
like
theories, yeah.
one, either bad like secondary storytelling, or two, just to get people to watch the show over and over and over so they get views.
but again, like he
True, but like
He doesn't-
it's just a weird thing for people to say, like, oh, if you analyze every single second of it, like
yeah, but it's not so much of a publicity stunt in that you have to remember this is Dan Harmon.
Yeah, it's something that he's done. It's something that a lot of cartoon creators have done for a long time. Like the whole.
There's a
Simpsons-
deeper meaning, like
Yeah.
Adventure Time. Everyone
Yeah.
thought that was just some random bullshit, but then it actually had a plot.
Yeah,
It
and
continued
the
with-
whole Simpsons thing of like if you watch every single McBain clip in that show, if you've seen the episodes, so if you
McBain.
yeah, so they have Rainier Wolfcastle, their version of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and
Oh, yeah.
and how
Yeah,
he's,
yeah,
how he's
right.
McBain.
Yeah.
If you take every time there's a clip of the McBain movies on screen, if you take all those little clips and piece them together, it does a 1.5 minute movie. It's actually a movie that goes from beginning
Oh,
to
really?
end. Yeah. Like
Oh.
all the pieces, if you take them from the episodes and put them in the order that they're shown in the episodes,
Oh, wow.
it actually tells a whole movie story in there. Yeah, cartoon makers have been doing this for years.
Yeah.
They throw little bits and pieces in there.
Yeah.
I just think that I'm starting to get sick of Dan Harmon as a creator because he seems to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Where he does something for a couple of seasons, and I wouldn't be surprised if Adult Swim does like greenlight a 4th season, but he's not a part of it. They're like, you just do the fucking voices that you do.
that's what happened with Community, didn't it? Yeah.
They greenlit another season, and he just left.
And that's when it was that after the cast change.
No, that was there was one season without him, then the cast changed, and there was another season.
What
after
cast change? Who changed?
The Community.
Chevy Chase left, and so did
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Oh.
Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah.
Donald Glover, quickly, he just left the Deadpool animated project that they were doing for FX, so they're no longer doing that. You're only sad if you knew they were making a Deadpool FX series.
Yeah, what a nightmare.
I was excited for it, but because I like Donald Glover as a comedian, but
Yeah, I mean, he's good. It just, like I said, I would much prefer it if he just eventually... Like, I would much prefer the scenario where Dan Harmon says, like, okay, we're doing the 4th season, it's got greenlit, and then he just fucking ends the story.
Yeah, that would be
Like,
good.
stop giving me these random bullshit endings where it's like, ooh, like, just fucking end it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, they did Evil Morty. They opened up on that character with that specific episode.
Yeah.
And that looks like it can go somewhere and it can end.
Or it should go somewhere.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it's what they're leading up to. Like, those are the episodes that people are just like, well, this is kind of like, you know, like the whole Citadel thing.
Yeah.
No one actually thought about that.
No.
But then Life in the Citadel, like, it portrays that, and people are now interested.
And the thing is, like, when you look at it, there's no reason for Adult Swim to not greenlight it. That thing makes a fuck ton.
So much money, yeah.
like even outside of the show, it's like it's a merch killer. Like
Yeah, the royalties on all those merchandising, like licensing those things out, they make so much fucking money on it. So why would they not greenlight it? The only reason they wouldn't, I think, is because they're getting pushback from the creator. If the creator's like, I just don't want to do it yet, and like for him to come out and say they haven't greenlit it, like I don't see a world where a company has that IP with that much money on the table and being like, maybe we don't make this money.
Well,
That's a
maybe
good idea.
maybe they're not happy with the publicity that it gave it. Like,
well,
again,
you can be not happy, but it's still comes down to money.
I
and
can't think of any shows that have had people react this way though for something so minuscule.
Yeah,
like-
but
not
still
to
good.
this degree. People have reacted like this, but not to this
They have
scale.
never blamed Adult Swim or anything like that.
No,
They've
they
only
haven't,
been
but I feel like they
oh,
also
Rick
don't-
and Morty did this, and then people have reacted this way. Everyone's only ever blamed the dumb fan base.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously, but
It would-
Yeah.
I feel like they don't want to be associated with that type of behavior. Obviously, they've had
like,
those.
I mean, but
Yeah,
They've
but-
had those disclaimers. Yeah. They've had those disclaimers where they've said that it's had nothing to do with them whatsoever. They don't want people to act this way for these things for any reason whatsoever. But it's still that connection,
But the
and
thing
I
is,
feel
at
like
the end
people
of
are
the
like,
day-
oh, Rick and Morty viewers, you know, they are some pretentious.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
closed
like
off group.
shitty fans are going to be shitty fans.
You've got Kanye
Like,
West.
Disney's are going to stop doing Star
What
Wars
about Kanye
films
West?
because
His
their
fan base is
fucking
shit.
cunts too.
Yeah, but Kanye West is shit.
Yeah,
He
I
doesn't
think
give a
with
fuck.
that, like Star Wars fans have never gone and like terrorized Macca's people.
No, but they have been like, just look at the reaction to the last.
Yeah.
One. Like they have been vocal and active and really dickish about what they wanted from that movie.
Yeah,
Disney's not going to say no to the next trilogy because there's a lot of money on
they've
it.
like lined up 3 more
Yeah, but
trilogies.
Disney's different. They're buying everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna
Well, that's the
own
thing.
adults.
Yeah, eventually.
don't
Rick and
already.
Morty
Disney's
trilogy.
Do they?
one of
I
the
said if they don't already.
Oh right, yeah. Well.
Disney's one of the 5. There's going to be at the end of the world. There'll be 5 companies that survive, and Disney's going to be one of them. It's Disney, Google,
Coke.
yeah, Coke.
Apple.
What's that one in China?
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Alibaba.
Are you talking about Aladdin?
No, Tencent. Tencent. That's the one I'm looking for. Sorry.
Who's Tencent? What do they do?
Tencent. They own PUBG, and
Oh,
and most like they own Epic. They own Tencent's like one of those like dark corporations. So in China, they own the rights to Google in China.
Oh wow.
They own the
Wow.
rights to most internet in China.
Oh,
They own a certain amount of stock in Ubisoft.
Jesus.
oh
They
wow.
own like a bit of stock.
So they're like
Oh, they
behind the
helped
scenes.
Ubisoft
They
live.
help, they help Ubisoft fight off Vivendi.
I like them, but I'm also scared of
Yeah,
them.
they are scary. Because they're
It's one of those people.
They're the parent corporation for Epic Games, who has been doing Fortnite and PUBG, and like they are scary.
Right.
Like every single mobile game in China goes through Tencent. Tencent owns the rights to Call of Duty in China. I'm pretty
Jeez,
sure.
fuck.
Like it's fucked up.
To answer your question, Adult Swim is owned by Time Warner. Time Warner is considering selling off a bunch of its shit soon.
God damn.
Disney, because they're
So, which means
AOL.
DC may end up being a DC, maybe a Disney product
Oh my god.
sooner than we expect.
Crossover.
But that is a rumor that
Crossover.
Time-
I don't think there'd be crossovers anytime soon. But
No, I don't
they're
think
probably going to eventually do
But
something.
also that's sorry, I remember the detail. That's if the AT&T lawsuit doesn't go through because AT&T bought them.
Okay.
So if that doesn't go through, they're like, oh
No,
well.
but there's also laws in America that I think would actually like stop Time Warner from being sold to Disney.
I think that's what they're doing now with AT&T. They're battling it out whether to see if this law is applicable to them to create the monopoly.
Yeah. Because basically Time Warner's a cable company and so is AT&T.
Yeah.
They want to merge and it would be a monopoly. I don't think that's legal in America.
But that's what they're figuring out. So if they fail that, they're going to start selling their shit off. So Adult Swim and DC could become Disney products.
Yeah, everything's going to be owned by Disney, Google, Coke, Tencent, and a fifth yet to be named.
Some pops.
No, Tesla company. It'll be Elon Musk and SpaceX.
Oh yeah, Tesla.
They'll be the last one standing on top of a pile of Teslas and human skulls on Mars.
I can't wait for that.
Mars.
Yeah. But yeah, I think if Rick and Morty comes back, they need to do a 4th season and it needs to end. They need to fucking end that story. Because if they don't do that, then you're just going to get this perpetual thing of, give us more Rick and Morty, we want to do it, I'll kill you for Szechuan sauce. Yeah. And like, if they don't, like, and the thing is, but the thing is though, if they don't ever do another season, they'll get that same reaction. Because people will just go nuts because they haven't got it yet. Because that's what happened between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
They went nuts because they hadn't got it yet. If you give them the drug and let them know beforehand, this is the last hit of the drug you'll ever get, then they temper their expectations and they go, okay, cool, and this is how it ends. Give them the ending, and then it's done. Then it becomes the cult classic that they can watch over and over again, and there's no longer this craziness. To never give it to them, that's the worst possible option. And
well, I mean, if Dan comes back for this season, I feel like that's the most logical way to do it. Because if he does what he did with these other things and just keeps continuing it and then eventually leave, as you said, it's gonna piss everybody
That
off.
could also be just like what maybe he wants and he doesn't give a shit.
But they're setting up a story here. So if they don't follow through with that, there's going to be a matter of what if, what happened, what was the plan, what could have been the plan.
Yeah. It's also the other side too of Justin Roiland, who's when apparently is just a right well cunt to work with. Apparently he's a nice enough guy, but the thing is, when they're filming Rick's lines, they get him drunk.
The drunk Rick, yeah.
And he's belligerent.
He's an asshole when he's drunk.
And it's really difficult for them to get the lines done. And they will spend 4 hours in the recording studio to get one line. Because they're giving him shots of tequila.
Yeah.
And he's just like going off script and saying shit, not caring. And like, it's really difficult for them to get the production done.
Why do they need to get him drunk?
Because...
It's method acting.
He's a method actor, and also it allows him to also do the burps at random intervals.
Okay.
He can't do that without having like something to drink and do all that kind of stuff. So
edit it in.
Yeah, it's harder because they
just drink like a whole bottle of soft drink.
Well, the whole thing about Rick and Morty is because it's got that awkward quality to its voice acting.
Yeah.
And when Justin Roiland is given the ability to just kind of ad-lib while drunk, he gets that random quality.
Just say whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, you can't really coach that or train that. It's just gonna go.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what those cable episomes. What is it? Universal cable.
Yeah. That's all they are.
Yeah.
Multi-dimension.
Yeah, cross-dimension, whatever. I'm pretty sure they were just bullshit things that he rambled on about.
Yeah.
That they illustrated.
Yeah, like the fake doors one or whatever. Like
and there's the one
You
where
can hear in some of them he starts laughing.
Yeah,
because
the
it's
two brothers
so fucking ridiculous.
He's just like
they're just two brothers, and it just keeps going. And that's the style they want.
Yeah.
And I don't begrudge them doing whatever method they have to do it, but it feels like it might be a bit taxing on the recording people and all that, the editors and because they're just like, for fuck's sake, just get drunk, say the fucking line, and move on because we're sick and tired of being here. So it's a pain in the ass. I hope it gets a 4th season. I hope they end it. Oh shit.
Things will be fine.
It'll be fine.
Anyway,
should we wrap up?
Yeah, I think we should wrap up.
I think we should wrap up too. If you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button.
Yo, ring the bell. Join the notification squad.
Click
Final shout out to Georgie for the idea. That's it. So we're done.
Yeah, thanks, Georgie. It was really depressing.
Be sure to check out our Dragon Ball Super Finale discussion video.
No, it was fun.
Comment below. Email us at
amalgamshow@gmail.com.
However you want to pronounce it. Neither's wrong.
If you have any questions for the show, go there.
Amagly
Well,
anything else you guys want to say?
Apologies for the slapdash nature of this one. New equipment.
Yeah.
New camera. We're learning the ropes.
And also old equipment that just fucks up.
Yeah.
We're pretty much just trying to make things work so that we don't have problems, but in doing that, we're going to have problems.
New problems. We'll learn
You
to
don't have
figure out.
endorsements and support.
Which
And-
means donate to our Patreon.
Do we have a Patreon?
No.
Shit, I'm not one of those, am I?
One day.
We need views
One
before
day.
we have a Patreon.
Yeah.
And then
Okay. All 6 of you, please give us $1 million.
there's 20.
I was just trying to find the Dragon Ball Super episode, dude. God.
Anyway, until next time, catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.